Welcome, everybody. Uh,
Howdy doody.
I'm gonna fix a little layering issue here. There we go. We are here with the final chapter of Curse of Monkey Island on Here Be Shenanigans. So thank you to everyone who decided to come on by and check it out. The illustrious Murray is with us today. So
Hey.
this is probably gonna be a quick little episode. We're in the final stretch here, but we're gonna talk about some upcoming news in the Monkey Island world uh, at the end of this game, I guess you could say. Probably not towards the end of the episode. Who knows? We could talk for 4 hours. Are you ready, Marie, to talk for 4 hours about Return to Monkey Island?
Yes, I certainly am.
I wouldn't do that to anybody. But upcoming, we do have a few things I want to talk about schedule wise. We have Nightbane coming up at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I have come in. Oh, hold on. Talk. Sorry, it's because I have the
That is
Owl
right.
Barons uh, Twitch open there, and I was coming in on the on the schedule or on the mic there. So Nightbane tomorrow at 4. Check that out. That is Mountain Standard Time. We have Tales of Andrea at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We had a bit of a hiatus of characters last week. How many did we have on our last episode?
We had two.
Two. Oh my goodness. I still need to go through that, which I will. Um, but and then Monday, that's the day off. So be sure to swing on by the YouTube, check out some of our past streams, check out some of our clips. Those are always worth a gander. And check out some other channels that are kind of a part of our little family. I know Drow
Oh,
Now
hello.
Arts likes to stream. I do a stream at Benjigaba um,
Benjigaba.
at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So definitely check out what's out there in the world on Mondays. And then Tuesday, that is Night Bane Into the Nightmare.
Into night.
Into the Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Uh, that is at 6:30.
Yes, it is.
So 6:30 Mountain
You're in
Standard Time.
hell.
You're in hell right now.
Yeah, quite literally.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing.
It's a
Um,
hoot.
Hoot and a half. I've
Hoot
heard
and a half any.
heard them say who they are. We will never know. And then on Wednesday at 6 is Playing with Mutts with Raft. So come on by and check that out. That is 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Um, and then Thursday. What is the Thursday? What happens on Thursday?
Nothing happens on Thursday.
Oh, okay. Well, then nothing happens on Thursday.
Look,
That's right.
actually, I think this next Thursday we should be having a one shot. Need to confirm those details though, so don't quote me on that.
Cool things are in the works, folks. That's all we gotta say. So, um, and then of course next Friday, check out Hate Laugh Love. Um, we're discussing some of the recent the A24 studio movies along with the Northman, I think.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
it's
I'm
gonna be
pretty excited about. I want to
it's,
learn more about those studios.
it's gonna be a dense episode. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be great. So let's get into it, y'all. Um,
Yes.
the the hero Guybrush is just to kind of recap. He was captured by the pirate LeChuck, turned into a child. No longer a child, he is now a man. Frightened, uh,
I'm a man.
on this roller coaster. So this is the roller coaster of the damned. And as we saw, it kills people in lava. So, I don't know. We might not have a lot of time. So, let's get to it. The Monk Electric 3-headed monkey.
It's delicious.
Branded rapscallions. That's really good. Captain Marley. Oh,
Too late
there's a
for
little
me to get out.
Guybrush. Oh. So I remember there's a few things we have to do.
Too late for me to get out.
Oh. Do I have to... Ooh. Okay, this might be where the part where it takes a second. Me trying to figure out how to get out of this. I think I have to do it before we even... There we go.
Where are they?
Let's talk to Wally. He has to know
It's the
something.
Dynamo Monk Electric Wally. Egad, it looks so lifelike. Hey, wait a minute. It really is Wally. Could you please stop that annoying swinging? It's poor Wally.
I'm just not gonna help him.
You can count on me, Wally. Just as soon as I defeat LeChuck, save Elaine, set all the monkeys free, and ride the madly rotating Buccaneer, I'll come back and release you.
He's gonna ride a ride before he comes and saves Wally. Oh no.
No.
Oh, hardly.
Okay, let's give him a high five.
No.
No. So I know what I ultimately need to do is have this keg that's ready to blow right here. So I need this rope. Yes. Oh my gosh. I love how he's waving.
It's a sturdy piece of rope.
Oh, I thought he was looking at the guy. Oh no.
Elaine! Ah, Frankwood, 'tis only you. Have you seen Elaine? She told me she was just going to powder her nose, and I haven't seen her since. I
Typical
can't
move.
believe that I fell for that one again. Now stand still, boy, so I can flame
Stand back, you know, Andy.
What is powdering your nose? Is that like applying some kind of foundation? Oh,
Oh, basically. Something like that.
Ouch!
oh.
Ow!
Oh, we didn't die. That's a plus. Alright, we gotta get this keg of rum.
No.
Oh, that keg of rum.
Run.
There we go. Let's hop on in. Let's see.
Is that just a statue?
By itself, this rope would make a lousy fuse.
By itself. What am I supposed to mix it with?
Rum has so many uses by itself.
By itself, this rope would make a lousy fuse.
Let's see. So, the rope would be a bad fuse.
Is there a three-headed monkey?
That was a three-headed monkey.
That's three-headed monkey.
Oh, there we go.
Too late for me to get out.
I'm supposed to get some other kind of fuel additive. So there is something called the Universal Hint System, which is really nice because it'll give you a hint instead of directly telling you what to do. So you're like, because I know that there's oil in this lantern. There.
There. It's soaked in oil and probably highly flammable.
Oh no.
Ah, you again. If you've ridden me coaster, why haven't you been boiled in me molten pool of lava? Elaine must have fiddled with me controls and rerouted the tracks.
Haha.
Maybe she'll be the death of me yet. I mean, again.
Oh goodness.
But curses if I can't help but love the little woman. Eat, flame, and death, I would.
Ugh. I love how you just have to wait here until he just zaps you.
Ouch!
That's the move.
Ow!
There's no choice.
Like, the move is to just be pathetic.
It's already so cool.
It's so like 90s adventure game. Did you ever play a game called Roger Wilco?
No. Actually.
It was like a parody on space sci-fi stuff. So it was, there were ones that were pretty well done, but by the time I was playing it, there was already a 6th one out. That was more of a point and click. So I guess some early ones were pretty basic. But I remember it kind of being in the same vein as Curse of Monkey Island as far as fun level.
Do you have the time that's right? Good one. Do you blow up as well?
Well, now he doesn't want to come and zap me. I don't have a giant flaming barrel of rum waiting for him.
Oh no, it's LeChuck.
Aye, Threepwood. It be me, your worst nightmare.
It'd be me!
You'll be sorry you ever set foot here on Monkey Island when I'm through with you.
Oh,
Ouch!
how do I get him to hit the whip?
Ow!
Oh no. That's not good. Hmm. Oh, okay. So when we made that little snow cone with the peppermill and the egg meringue and the hair of the dog from Dingy Dog,
Yee.
I guess that peppermill is still a usable item. We're gonna go all Shrek 2 on LeChuck.
In which way of Shrek 2 are you going on the track here?
Just because it was our recent episode. Didn't we? I think we saw the clip where Shrek was all handsome and Donkey was a horse. And then
Oh,
they got
yeah,
like
yeah.
hit in the face with Pepper. He's like, oh no, I'm Shrek. You gotta tell Fiona, I'm Shrek. He's like all getting hit in the face with Pepper. Like a pepper mill
Oh,
by the guards.
yeah.
LeChuck's back again.
I'll be
So
chasing
maybe the
around this
creators of
roller
Shrek
coaster till you be
2
my undead slave.
played Curse of Monkey Island at one point. It was just in their
The Island Punch.
psyche, their memory.
Ah!
Although Pepper was pretty common in the 90s cartoon problems. Oof.
It's... We have a lot of explosive experience there.
Oh wow. That was a lot shorter than I realized.
Holy crap, you were kidding. No in-betweens, just soul passing on to the next realm and Oh, no. Happily ever after.
You know, we just wasted LeChuck, but let's get married right now.
Marriage built on murder. It always lasts.
Right? This is what makes you feel good.
Run, mortal, but do not forget your arch nemesis Murray. Mark my words, I shall return to haunt you. Do you hear me? I shall return.
I wonder if they'll do Murray
This is so
justice in
unfair.
Return to Monkey Island. He could be reincarnated into a much more powerful being. This is a new universe. He could be Murray the talking
Penguin.
lich or something. I don't know. It's an upgrade, right? What would be like the top tier in the skeleton world?
Lich. I mean, Lich would be pretty top tier.
You get like that whole like living forever, like super dope magic. You technically
Technically
can't die.
living forever. You can still die as a lich. Just
Yeah.
don't have to find your soul to do that, and usually that's not something they can find.
Yeah, it's a big if. It's got all those lich powers to help hide your soul. Thin Pirate,
soul,
that was a
hide your
role. Played by Chris Cena. John Cena's lesser known cousin. So, from what I know about Escape to Monkey Island, or not Escape to Monkey Island, Return to Monkey Island. For those who do not know, Ron Gilbert, the original creator of Monkey Island 1 and 2, is coming back to create Return to Monkey Island. That's actually coming out this year, which is crazy because it was announced this year. So they were like, yo, you better look out because it's about to happen. And you're like, oh, wow, okay. So it's just like kind of a super power move. Like, so it has the potential to be really, really good. The art is just really out there. So they're kind of going with like more of a surreal kind of thing, which is kind of interesting. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. Cause it's not gonna be like the same like kind of, you know, like bright colored cartoon kind of animation, I guess.
They're going to be making that changes, at least a few of them.
But with the original creator at the head of it, it'll have like the heart, which is the most important part, I think. I mean, you can change the art all you want, so.
It'll still be Monkey Island in the end.
It'd be kind of cool if he brought back a lot of the original cast too, because then it'd be like two worlds colliding. And then it's like you have an alternate Monkey Island universe, because this one would now be the official one because it's the original creator. But that could be a good argument, right? It's like, is a game that's been out for like, I don't even know, like 24
How many
years?
years now?
26? Because I think it was 96 when this game came out. 96 or 97. So it's like that many years later, this same entry is being kind of replaced. So maybe in the future, I don't know, maybe they could just redo, you know, the last 3 Star Wars. I mean, one can hope. They can redo Monkey Island, they can redo Star Wars. Maybe they can redo
Agree.
Game of Thrones. Maybe they can redo every bad ending. They did a thank you to Ron Gilbert up there. Nice, that was nice. And George Lucas.
This carnival is great, Dad.
It sure is, son. But you know, rumor has it that the man who built this place is buried here. And they say that to this day, his frozen body remains in the tunnels somewhere beneath the amusement park.
Oh my goodness, it just closed. Okay, I guess that's DOS games for you. Um, well, I don't know. I was predicting this to be a short episode, but I didn't think it was going to be this short.
Could just finish that last week. Or
Yeah,
last time around.
I didn't even realize. It's a huge oof. Do you want to watch the trailer for Return to Monkey Island? We could do that.
Yeah, let's do it. Pop that trailer up, yo.
And then share that for you. Let's see. Let's actually just get the trailer. Return to Monkey.
This is Ben's search history, everyone.
Right.
Pay very close attention.
I am not broadcasting that part, fortunately, to the.
Oh no, you're not. Look at that. Ooh.
There we go. I was like, oh, maybe I should hide that. 'Cause, I don't know. It's like your algorithm is now like your personal journal or something.
That is kind of how it is these days. So we don't want to be clearly captured and erase your journal.
So it can be kind of difficult sometimes when you show somebody something that you're like, man, this is like the coolest thing I've ever seen, and they're like, this was the most horrifying or like heaven forbid stupid thing I've ever seen. You're like, oh no, am I stupid? You're like, no, they're stupid. And then the algorithm tears apart another family.
Ron Gilbert told me he'd never make another Monkey Island unless...
So I mean, they're bringing back the voice actor for Murray, so I'm like, it has to be Murray. And this crazy ghosty skeleton girl, it's like, what's going on there?
Looks good.
He could be redeemed.
Still
He could have
very
his body. That could be a thing, you know. Well, there's a Murray compilation. I don't know if we want to revisit that.
Murray's one of the best characters. Absolute, there's bias in that.
It's a horrible skull.
Oh, dare we call? He called him Bob. Oh
Can I call you
no,
Bob?
I don't think we called him
You may
Bob.
call me Murray. I am a powerful demonic
Did we call him
force.
Bob?
I am the harbinger
I don't think
of
we
your
did.
doom. And the forces of darkness will applaud me as I stride through the gates of hell, carrying your head on a pike.
Stride?
All right,
Oh,
then
gosh.
roll through the gates of hell. Must you take the fun out of everything?
See, if they don't have the same ferocity that Murray has,
You know, you look great with a
They will
melting
not do him
candle
justice.
on your forehead.
I get the feeling you're not taking me very seriously.
No, I am, really.
Definitely concur.
Really? Then let me hear you scream in terror.
Hopefully they don't change the character, really.
I mean, Murray could be a villain, like a real threat with a body.
Why do you villains
He
always
has
laugh
the
so
ambition.
much?
I wasn't
We
laughing about
already knew
anything in
that.
particular. Somewhere there's a fish nibbling
All
on my
Murray's
foot,
are.
and it
They're
really
very, very
tickles.
dangerous. I say
You're about
all
as
not,
fearsome as
actually,
a
but probably
doorstop.
cute.
Is it a really evil-looking doorstop?
Never mind. Was your mother's father bald too?
I'm not bald. I just have a really high widow's peak.
Well, at least now you never have to worry about what to wear.
Well,
Well, I
that's
suppose
not-
that's true.
And accessorizing is really easy.
That's also true. And I look good in hats.
There you go.
Perspective.
How can you see without eyeballs?
How can you walk around without a brain? Some things no one can answer.
I'm going now.
Good. Now leave me alone. I have enough of scheming and evil plotting to do. If I could just get my hands on that gunner.
There's a skeletal arm floating in the water.
I wonder if they're gonna do the whole point and click thing again, because they haven't really said like what.
Bright side of this.
All they've given is like background screenshots
Hey, that's my arm. Give that back.
of
No gameplay yet.
At least I've lost some weight.
different bits of art. Let me see if I can. See that ready.
Hey, boo.
Ah!
So,
Oh, she's
what
you
is your
again.
takeaway from
Just
Curse
the
of
most
Monkey Island?
terrifying image of evil revisited.
Yeah, right.
I think it's a
I
bit.
bring you warning from the infernal
It's
realms. Do not go farther into the swamp.
In what way?
Turn
What I'd be
back,
excited to see in the
turn
new one
back.
is if they have a more
Darkness
clear
will
and
envelop
concise
you.
storyline.
Yeah. I wonder how
Through sheer
much
force
was
of
communicated, like
Uh-huh.
a thorough understanding of all the people A to Z.
will. Found me on
You know what I mean?
on top of this spike all the time,
Like,
thinking they were
Yeah.
so
because this was such a big like PC project, I wonder how disjointed it was. Because I mean, gaming development is so disjointed already right now in current days.
I am Murray, the
Probably a
all-powerful
nightmare.
demonic skull.
Okay, just thought I'd ask.
Don't get me wrong, I do appreciate the offer.
Did the artists ever even sit
Sometimes,
down
yeah.
for
What are
cake
you doing up there?
with the developers?
I am standing as a testament.
Standing?
Hanging as
Sometimes
a
there are
testament
too many
to the
people at
power
the
of
table.
forces of evil
Mhm.
that will one day claim victory over the entire earth.
How long are you gonna keep doing that?
As long as it takes.
Must get pretty dull up there, I suppose.
So Return to Monkey Island will have you start at the theme park that you escape from at the end of Monkey Island 2. So where we just were in Curse of Monkey Island, that
Do you know
theme
anything about
park,
lifting curses?
that was
Oh, right. I know a lot about lifting curses.
kind of where you ended up at the end of Monkey Island 2 as well. So it was the
You
Carnival
sound
of the
bitter.
Damned, and you were trying to
I'm sorry.
get the treasure of Big Whoop. But Big Whoop being
You seem
Big Whoop,
restless.
it was a big letdown.
No, it's just that
And
people come through this swamp.
What would you rather
so
be?
I guess they're gonna
The
pick up
names
right
music
after
love.
that, right?
Terrifying them and causing
It's like
pain
that
and
Futurama
misery.
level of
That would
wordplay.
make you happy?
Yes, happy in a dark demonic way.
I'd love to stay in
Every
chat,
time I
but,
heard one of
I
the
gotta
funny
go.
names, I was like, hey, these people, they sound familiar. Giant scaled fire-breathing winged
I'm not going to do that again.
things.
I think I broke my skull.
Can't even decide
I'm
what they're
all
called.
skull.
It's your own fault. Stop scaring me like that.
So I did scare
The
you. Really?
Well,
dragons?
startled is more like it.
The big old dragon boys, yeah.
But startled in a terrified
I
kind
loved
of way.
your
You really
description.
are very, very
That was
scary.
great.
Don't talk down to me.
I really don't have any choice.
I saw you get out
The
of that
big,
crypt.
the winged,
Does this mean that
they
you're
have scales.
No, I
The
was
big
only
fire.
faking.
Mm-hmm.
Darn. I thought together we could walk among the living and
I mean, if
spawn
someone didn't
you
know
way
what a
up
dragon
there
was, that's
throughout
pretty
the
much all a
Caribbean.
dragon is.
So what you're saying is that you only love me for my legs.
Something like that.
Everything from there is just like a
Murray, do your
variant,
stuff.
you know? You know, a
This
tiny
is true.
dragon or a large dragon.
I want to know how they accomplished that shadow.
Release me from this
Right?
wretched tomb. I must be set free, or I will haunt
It's
you
very
forever.
complex.
The little
I will
scythe.
hide your keys beneath the cushions of your upholstered furniture.
I mean, so I can understand the winged kind of bits, the skull, the upper hand, but the bottom hand, at that point, what's he holding?
Was Industrial Light and Magic at LucasArts at that point in time?
My demonic powers
I
Or did
don't
they not
know.
come in until the 2000s? I don't remember.
They might have been.
So, real quick, let's take a look at this here.
Steel yourself, young.
So, here's some screenshots that we'll take a look at. But the Ron Gilbert said the gameplay says, or that there is pointing and clicking. That is true. Interface-wise, this one does other things. We're having fun and advancing things. Okay, so he's gonna try new stuff. That's good. It's obviously not the 7 or 9 verb interface from Thimbleweed or back in the day. We did a lot of playing around when Dolores came out with interface and stuff, and we just kept looking and evolving. An important part of this in some ways is keeping and evolving the genre. Not letting it get static, saying, well, that's what we did 30 years ago, so that's exactly how we're going to do it these days. In some ways, that was Thimbleweed Park. So this game, we really have looked at things we can do that are going to be different and better and more streamlined. And Dave and I have spent a lot of time looking at the interface going, what is important to people? What are people trying to do? I don't want to say exactly what we did yet, but it's definitely a really fun evolution of the interface. So maybe they could do like more of an adventure kind of thing. Maybe where you're like in direct control. Instead of a point and click, it's like a movement. But the art style is pretty wacky. I like it. Like this guy. I don't know, it kind of has like a old Pixar movie, like Monsters Inc. era kind of art.
That does explain why they're able to get it out quite quickly, though, if it's just mostly a point and click.
Mm-hmm.
He looks ominous.
Right? I'm like looking at this. There's like a fire off in the corner. This little King of Keys and the fish at Hogwarts. I don't know. This guy's looking pretty official. So we have a king over here, judge over here. So is he a king judge? Is that what they're saying? I don't know. And then there's some
King judge.
That is
Or a judge and king. What is that?
the
Ooh,
bird holding the
that's
wheat and the
very
swords.
reminiscent.
I'm like, ooh. That's a touch. So Devolver Digital, they're getting involved with that. So they're the ones who did it was Enter the Gungeon. They did what were some other things that they did? Let's see. They've been a really nice little indie group that has really come up and made a name for themselves. But they've been around for a second. It says there's only 20 people that work at Devolver Digital. So they have been kind of, I guess, it seems like, so Serious Sam, I mean, that is another kind of, not necessarily straight up Lucas Arts, but that was that same kind of era of adventure games. And so it seems like they're interested in getting that kind of stuff off the ground. Oh dang, they were the ones that got redone. That Duke Nukem 3D Megaton edition was really, really nice. I don't know if you ever played that, but that's like a more wacky Doom, I guess. Like the pigs.
Rambo version of Doom.
Mm-hmm.
If you can have a Rambo version of Doom.
Yeah. Rambo Doom. I think that's a good way to do it. Like before there was a... I don't know. Yeah. So Rambo's like its own thing. Broforce. That one's a really fun 4-player there. I'm trying to see what they've done recently. That was... Katana Zero. That's right. I knew they did that one. So Katana Zero is another really good indie game that was done by the same people who did Hotline Miami. I don't know if you ever played that.
Ooh. I've never played it, but I've had a housemate who play through the entire thing.
Music is great. This one's more of
I've
a
seen other people do that
platformer.
as well. It's a fun one.
It takes a little bit to get used to the control scheme, but
Yeah.
once you get it, it's kind of like old school Grand Theft Auto. That top down, like you just have all these guns. And you're trying to get in, get out, or something like that. Like, so that's what I like about Katana Zero is they kind of take it on the 2D side scroller platformer kind of thing, and they kind of do what Celeste did, where they have and kind of Hotline Miami did too, where it's like a level by level save system, like progressive, so you're gonna die a bunch of times. But this has like an ability to where you can like slow down time, and so you can like deflect bullets, do different things. So it feels like you're like some kind of 80s, I don't know, like washed up samurai, but there's some government guys after you, and you're trying to figure out why. You have a mysterious past. It's so 80s. So I would highly recommend that. That's like $15. A lot of these really good indie games are not expensive. All right, let's get into Return to Monkey Island. That's the teeniest, tiniest entry here. So I guess it is still being collaborated with Lucasfilms. So Disney is still having a part of that. Looks like. I'm so happy that they made sure to let everyone know that Murray is going to be in this game. I think he was created for Curse of Monkey Island. So that's nice. Because a universe without Murray would be a sad day.
Oh, it's a bad universe.
Right?
It's a sad one.
That's the dark universe where Doctor Strange kills everything.
Truth.
Well, another like indie game news. I don't know if you've heard that Telltale Games has kind of gotten a little bit of a revivification going on. They're
Really?
Yeah, I think they're putting out oh, what is it? The Wolf Among Us, I think, is what it's called. It's that one that's based off of that Fable comic. Let me look it up real quick.
I think that's it.
Because the Wolf Among Us, yeah,
I never really got into any of those.
So the Wolf Among Us 1 is about it's like a kind of like a New York urban neighborhood or something like that, where it's just a bunch of fairy tale creatures. So it's very gritty version of, I guess, Shrek sort of, but the big bad wolf is a detective and he's trying to figure out why these different murders are going on. And the first game, it was really, really good. I think that's kind of what got Telltale a lot of momentum, along with The Walking Dead and some other stuff. And they were going to do The Wolf Among Us 2, and then that got canceled. And then a couple weeks ago, they had a or not a couple months ago, they had a trailer that
So yeah,
came out. And let me get this running. And here it is. It's coming out for like PS5. It's like PC. So I don't know. I would really like to see the storytelling genre really take the graphics into account, because companies like what's the company that does Detroit Become Human? It's Quantum. Is it Quantum Realm? I think it is. But they get it to where you can make so many choices, but sometimes the story gets a little diluted because of the choices. I think Telltale, if they just up their graphics game, their storytelling is already pretty tight on a lot of different stuff. That Walking Dead series was really, really nice. they had to get like a whole other studio to help finish that off too. So it was really nice that they did a solid for the fans, I guess, before dying out. But now they're back, I guess.
Isn't that the
You're listed
premise
here
of
as a
Telltale
private
games, though?
investigator.
I mean, they're not really for the gameplay; they're for the story.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess as long as they keep that into focus, I think the core audience of Telltale will stick around and support them. Heaven forbid they ditch the story and go just straight for graphics. That would be awful. It's not what anyone wants.
What does that sort of work entail?
Just finger combat the entire time.
Depends on the night.
Finger gun. Bam, bam, bam,
Most
bam,
nights
bam, 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 bam.
watching, waiting for a slip up.
I like
I
the
don't know, someone gets
comic-y
greedy, someone
shading
gets
that they got
brave.
going on though.
And that's what you were doing the night of the incident.
Yeah. Took me weeks to track them down. They hadn't cast
So that's
so
the
much
big
as a
bad
shadow.
wolf. He's essentially a werewolf, but he becomes a very large wolf. Like,
Ooh.
and he had one of the 3 little pigs living in his house because he's like, well, you destroyed my house, so I have to live in your apartment.
I assume it has something to do with confidentiality associated with the job.
It's very mean of the piggy.
Right? Oh, it's the Tin Man and the Scarecrow?
Something like that.
Oh, goodness.
Your boss, Miss White,
All right,
said things
I'm behind
didn't
this
go as
game.
planned.
I like it.
She
This
mentioned
looks
that
cool.
there was some violence.
Oh, nice. I love that Tin Man's like this just beast.
Oh shit!
In the moments when you find yourself losing control. How does the anger manifest itself?
Yeah, he gets like Hujo. That's gonna be nice. That's gonna be real nice. 2023. 2023 is gonna be a big year. Because didn't they move all those DC movies to 2023? And then
If they're still happening.
yes. Yeah, I've been seeing just some developments on like where I think the Flash is kind of in development hell a little bit right now. So I mean, if it can happen to games, it can happen to movies. I'm sure it's happened to a lot of movies, but I don't know if it's happened to a movie that's been almost finished. That's kind of a big deal. Do you have any indie games coming up that you want to talk about? in the world?
I have, when it comes to the news of like games and things, are like basically I just operate on the oh hey, I guess that's a game now.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I only know it's there when it comes out.
And there's so much stuff too that it's like it's impossible to tune into all of it. I think I only
Can't keep up.
care about like a very small pocket of games.
Captain, there's too many of them.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I think we've talked before on the channel about the inundation of entertainment and like how before it was like you just had one game and it was like the most entertaining thing because that was all you had to play. So you're like, oh yeah, like that was what you played for like a while, and then you got another game and you played that for a while. And now it's like I have the ability to buy 20 games all at once.
I have a job and this is what it's for.
I don't have
And then you
children
never
to
play
raise.
anything.
All I have to feed is my own Steam library. It's a dangerous composition for a big library of games you don't play. That's for sure. And then, I don't know. There's a small part of me that I'm like, you know, if crap goes down, and like that was, well, I guess no, it wouldn't even work because a lot of those are digital games. So that's kind of the even crappier part. In the apocalypse, you don't even have video games. Spend all this time amassing your power.
Ooh, you're getting a bit deep there. It's intense.
Man. I've been playing with my Super Nintendo Mini recently. That's been kind of a trip. Just like, man, I forgot what it's like to like hold an old school controller. It's like it's a different world. It's like a different level of control, you know?
It really is.
Because it's like, oh, the cat was walking on the keyboard. I was like, don't push anything that does anything bad. But because he,
remembering the old Game Boy Advances
mm-hmm.
and Game Boy Colors, like the
Ooh.
very early one, the big old tank that took 4 batteries just to run.
It had like 2 buttons in a direction.
Yeah.
And honestly, even at that time, I mean, that was like a holy crap. Like, that is an advanced handheld game. Because some of the handheld games I saw that came out were like those weird flat screen Game and Watch style games. There was just like a little something or other that moved around, usually. And then Nintendo's like, hey, you want to up the contrast? We got that waiting for you. It's a whole little knob just for you. And all it took was, what, 6 double A's? I mean, come on. Maybe, was it 4? Or was it 6?
It might have been 6, but I think I remember 4.
Because there was a lot. That's for sure. And then, I don't know, the Game Boy Color, it didn't really add any buttons. It's just the whole dimension of color, I think. It didn't really up the graphics either. We had like a whole solid 10 years of essentially the same level of game, you know?
Hmm. Hmm. And just the one I think was the most exciting was the one that had the backlight in the end.
Was it the...
I think that was the advanced one that flipped.
Was it the SP, I think? The Game Boy
Oh
Advance
yeah,
SP? Yeah.
God,
Oh, because it was the special, I think is what it was originally, and then they were like SP. I loved how Nintendo sometimes would have different games that would either follow the... It was like the SP or the... No, it wasn't SP. It was like... I think it was SP. But some games would follow the DS in their like name scheme, like Dawn of Sorrow or something like that. Like it was like, huh. Like I just saw that a lot in the naming of those types of games. Because it was like instead of calling it like Castlevania DS, it was like, oh, I think maybe it was Aria of Sorrow, I think was the one for Advance. So I guess it started with an A still.
Played some of the Castlevanias. Didn't get into all of them though.
I think some of the earlier ones are especially now that we have a lot more advanced gameplay stuffs, they're a bit of a hard sell, just because they're so hard and very unforgiving. And they don't really have a lot of the action that the later ones have that really make you be like, oh, yeah. And so, but if you ever do play one, I've heard the one for the PlayStation is one to check out. That one's like the ultimate in Castlevania, I guess, like the PlayStation 1. But, man, do you remember having to, like, get batteries for stuff? That was a hoot.
Yeah, all the time. Always a struggle to actually find a pair of batteries in your house
Right?
that weren't dead.
I remember the advent of rechargeables. It's like they were so
Revolutionary.
expensive, but like the worth over time of like not having to buy a pack of batteries. Because I mean, even now, batteries are pretty expensive. Like a pack of 8 AA's is like $4 or $5.
That's because battery storage, I think it's hit a standstill, really. We haven't really fully figured out how to properly store more quantities of it.
I've heard that molten salt is like the new move in like high capacity battery storage for some reason. Like I didn't know hot salt was capable of storing that much energy.
Molten salt. Who knew? Who knew?
Right? Now it kind of makes me fear salt a little bit. Not gonna lie. Well,
No, don't be salty.
all right. That would add a whole new meaning to that. It's like salt battery explodes on you. Like, oh man, this guy's getting too salty. It's like, oh geez, you gotta get out of here. It's about to get bad.
We don't serve salty people here.
And you just explode like a molten salt battery. Well, we hit our hour.
We have. That was a very.
That was a different episode.
It was. I was also very confused by the ending of that. The Monkey Island, that is.
So, I guess we really were at the very end. Like there were just like 15 more minutes of gameplay. Like all we had to do was lure LeChuck into this part after having obtained we got a keg of rum, some rope, and some oil, and dipped the rope in the oil, and then put that rope into the keg of rum. And once LeChuck shot his little fireball, we hit him with the pepper. But I'm glad I missed it a few times because we caught that little bit where he said Elaine must have messed with the controls, because that is, I guess, how he lived. Because there was like that family earlier who like got dipped in the lava and they became skeletons. And it's like, oh geez, that's gonna suck. It's gonna be Guybrush Threepbone or something, I don't know.
That's what. That's what happens, yeah.
Right?
Get chucked in lava, turn into a flame demon.
Get wrecked, Guybrush. Well, we'll have some pretty cool stuff in development. I will definitely pace these out a bit more. I seem to be really bad at the last episode being really short. I don't know why. I need to come up with like, okay, if I think this is the last episode, I mean, come on, I'm a teacher. I need to have alternative plans. Like, all right, this windstorm. I don't know if any of you on stream have heard in the background, but there's some howling Mother Nature. right now. So,
Yeah, I can hear it pretty good. Well, that is the wind on my side.
mm.
It's very windy outside.
So if there's wind where you are right now, stay safe on the road out there. I know it could get you without even thinking about it. But
I'll get you.
I think that's all I have for today. I think we'll keep it at an hour, if that's all right.
That's all good. It was a lovely finish
Oh
to a
yeah.
delightful game. An
And
old one.
we'll see if we'll revisit some Monkey Island. Maybe we'll do another game, come back to some Monkey Island 1 and 2. Who knows? Maybe we'll just do a little story visit and do Return, because he hasn't said exactly when in 2022, just said it's going to be 2022. So it's like, I
2022
mean,
is already a third over.
he could be like, all right, it's June, it's coming out in July. You're like, whoa, hey, he could be one of those guys. Like, I'm not giving you time to prepare. Get ready, buckle in.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Right? That's what it felt like a couple months ago, just seeing that trailer. It's like on April Fool's Day, I think it was. No, it wasn't a couple months ago. It was earlier this month. Yeah. It was like on April Fool's Day. It was like that, but that wasn't an April Fool's joke. That was the funniest thing. It was like, what the fuck? So it was like, huh. But, well, thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. Thank you, Murray, for hanging out for this final episode. If you have to go out, hold on to your things very tightly, lest they blow away. And may was it Aeolus, the god of the wind, may he let you
May
get
the
to your
wind be
car
with you.
peacefully, if that need be, to anybody out there. All right.
Words English.
Bye.
Bye.